You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. Okay. Welcome. All the viewers, all of you that will be joining us on the Pan-African Daily TV today. We know we're a little bit late, but as you can see, this chief is right here in the studio. And if you're joining us, anywhere that you're joining us, please, we want to celebrate this handsome guy here. And there's just a lot of things to celebrate today. And as you can see us in Pan-African Daily TV, we are already set and ready for the show tonight. So wherever you're connecting, wherever you're watching us, we are live tonight. And like I said, the 7th of January, generally 7th of January is made for stars. It's like a lot of celebrations are going on today. A lot of celebrants are going on today. A lot of inaugurations are going on today. And of course, 2025, Tumi Tatah Senior, we call him Tumi Tatah Senior, is celebrating with us today in the Pan-African Daily TV studios live from Germany. So you're watching us live from Germany in the studio. And I will just be giving you a couple of minutes to join the conversation before we finally launch and ask, what is so beautiful about celebrating this show. But before we get into the celebration tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Pan-African Daily TV, wherever you're watching us from, if you're watching us from, I think we're connected on 3 platforms. Just let us know where you're watching us from. Let us share your comment with us. I see all the chat commentators are still sleeping. Nobody's here on the chat group, but I know you'll be joining as soon as possible to help us, or to join us in this fabulous celebration. Tumi, how are you?
I'm good, Mom. I'm happy to be here on the show after so many years.
After so many years, of course, but you've always been in the background as a technical, but being in front of the camera is your first time. How do you feel?
I mean, I've been seeing how you have been doing it, so I think I actually feel really fine about it.
Wonderful. I mean, like, yeah. I see the first queen in the house. The first queen sister, Matlali Maponga. Queen Maponga, your son is celebrating today. And thank you for joining us from Zimbabwe. I know you're watching us right now from Zimbabwe and the whole family. And I see a lot of people that are watching us from different spaces. Please, if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Like I said, on this same day, I'm telling you, this guy sitting right here, with a big stomach. On this guy sitting, as you see how tall and big and handsome he is. Exactly, that's how he wears. Wow, Mr. Richard, say you're watching us from Hartford, Connecticut, USA. Thank you for joining. Today we are celebrating the life of our son, our first fruit, Tumi Tatah. And Tumi Tatah is here in studio with us. And as you can see, it's not just a celebration, but of course, he's also going to be joining us on perspective for young people in the diaspora and also on the continent, as he's also been always impacted. So what does it feel like celebrating?
I mean, since I turned out 25, it's just like you're already getting closer now to adulthood. And time is just actually passing very fast. You don't really see how you're really catching up with the time. But I mean, it's nice to just see how things are just developing with the time.
Wonderful. I mean, like, you young people these days, you like to I mean, throw out a party, and you are famous for that. Tumi Tatah, you are famous for throwing big parties. I mean, since you turned 18, what does that has to do? I mean, we never celebrated your birthday as a child or any celebration in any kind of form. Is that what you think? Oh, now I really just have to celebrate myself?
Well, I mean, celebrations are important because life itself is some kind of hard, and it's always good to celebrate yourself because it really elevates you, and also you bring the people that you have also made along the way to really come and join and really celebrate with you. So I think it's actually nice. That's why it's also become now way bigger with a lot of more people. We're also always joining in, and we also are planning to make it way bigger to just really build up that connection because at the end it's about the connection between each other that we really have to keep on building, and by celebrating one another, that's how it's going to keep on developing.
Mhm. Wow. You see, it still goes in the same direction of Ubuntu-ness that we're trying to do, connect ourselves, keep the relationships together, celebrate, unite, share the spirit of solidarity with one another. And like you've been growing, you're born in Germany, and how does it feel like being or hanging out together is not as compared to the continent or in our days, isn't it?
I mean, it's more relaxed over at that is since I was also in Cameroon for like 1 year where I was like smaller. It's more relaxed, and also just compared like in Germany over here, there's not really a lot of things to do. People are just like more stuck into their own cycle of daily work. So it's always good to have like that kind of outbreak where people can just join together, spend time with their loved ones, and also just have some fun, which is also very important.
Wonderful. So what is the theme of your celebrations when you people hang out like that? Like for us, we know a celebration or coming together in terms of like festivals or cultural celebration is a way of life of the African people.
Mhm.
You know, it's not like we have to celebrate on a particular day or on a particular occasion. How do you view celebrations in your generation or going forward?
Actually, I see it like a kind of a movement in the sense
Mhm.
that it's always important. Like I said, life itself is already hard, and it's really important to actually catch these moments as we don't know how much time we can always spend with each other to really celebrate each other. And also in that time, as we're already briefly inside it, that we can just make up new connections because at celebrations, there are always like different type of things happening. Different type of people who meet up from each other, get to know themselves, who also start to connect themselves in that type of way, or you don't even know how further they can go. So that's always like a magical thing about it. If you're like on an event, a festival, where you're already there with like-minded people who really just think like you or really have just the same fun or just want to be there to also like give out a little bit of the outbreak. And I think that's just like the thing. It's actually quite kind of simple. Just come out, have fun, get to meet the new people, and then just build the connections along the way as you're going.
Mhm. Growing out here, do you feel that kind of sense of um, a breakup, or like when I say breakup, like the structures are breaking up? Like, how do you connect to your roots, being born and raised out here? Of course, I mean, this is a general question for your generation. When you look at the future and the way things are moving, do you see you African children or even the youth getting more together, or everybody is just focused on the technology and they're not really like connected in that kind of a way?
I would say actually we're getting more connected. Like if I see also in Germany, the different type of occasions are being made,
Mhm.
like different type of we have like culture vibes, just generally where people like really get together, all we Africans, where we celebrate our countries or just our togetherness and really celebrate our own style. If I just come think about it, like the music, there's a lot of Afrobeats that's really playing along. That
Mhm.
means already Africa itself is already just blooming up and it's just showing. It's always good to see how it's also just developing its own places.
Mhm. How do you really get connected? I mean, like some people will not even think that it's possible for you, the young people that are born and raised in the diaspora, to really focus. I mean, in your own case, it's different. I mean, your son raised with that in mind. Those that actually are not connected to their root. I mean, we're talking about the future of togetherness, of Ubuntu-ness, of celebrating our identity and our culture. You know, when you look at the times now, do you think actually even after us you continue to do the same things, keep the same values like we used to do?
Well, I mean, there are some values that have been instilled in us through the parenting, like
Mhm.
the ones how you're giving it to me, how I already was raised up with the festival, just also being in Cameroon itself, and also the different type of gatherings.
Mhm.
I fear that some of the cultural part will not really be that much there because a lot of us, let me say German Africans, don't really have that type of knowledge about let me say our continent. Like, I mean, just from the language itself, it's not really that strong again like before. So I just think that's one of the aspects which we really have to develop way more. But I mean, as I already said, it's also like still on the boom where the music's already also just popping, and we're also getting more conscious about getting back and returning back to our continent or to our country, and also to develop it.
Mhm. Of course, you've been. I know you definitely would know these things because you are the technical support on Pan African Daily that I have here. I want to give a shout out to all of you that are watching us. This is my son. He's 25 today. And so we want to share his story, perspective of how the young people that we give birth to here, if they're following actually the spirit of the new Africa in their Ubuntu-ness, when they gather to celebrate, what are their theme? How do they want to look at, how do you connect, as a matter of fact? Mhm. Do you connect, like you say, music is one of the aspects. What is it that actually connect you people again to your culture, to your continent, to your identity?
I mean,
What keeps it going?
just visiting our countries, like during the summer breaks, summer times, and also just connecting like with our different type of gatherings that we'll also be having. Like, I mean, for example, yeah, just like a different type of meetups that we have, not only celebrations, but also like the cultural aspect, where we also just grew up, like when we were having our own meetings, like in Mannheim or in Stuttgart. So I think those are just the type of things, and also just like, yeah, from the stories and just from the teachings that we get from our parents or like from our family members.
Mhm. You've been on Pan African Daily TV as a technician for more than 4 years. What have you learned? I mean, during the conversations, are there some things that you see or you listen to like the scholars that speak about the history, about the ancient history, about the opportunities and the potential? Like,
I mean, we got to meet a lot of scholars like Professor James
mhm,
and Maponga, for
mhm,
sure.
mhm.
So there's a lot of teachings that's really been done, and I mean also in our own discussions that we're having every day about how it's important for us to be more conscious, to get back to the continent, to really develop our structures again, and also just like how we've been living before. I think it's just really good. That's why I also like, or that's why I'm also part of it, to really develop this channel and also keep it more pushing.
Wonderful. I mean, you've already made you've called some names of your favorite, teachers or scholars, Professor James Small, King Maponga Joshua, Professor PLO, and, like, if you can just give me a situation where you think, oh, when I see this person, you know, I think about Africa in this way. How do you relate to the conversation sometimes?
I mean, if I think about Africa just generally, then I have to think about you because you're the queen mother about it. There's no bigger source that I have than you, in that type of sense. I mean, I'm actually at the heart of the Pan African Daily TV, so who else should I go and refer to?
This is so beautiful. People, thank you so much for watching and everywhere that you're connecting from. Thank you so very much. We are celebrating Tumi Tatah today. And like all the other celebrants that we have here, January 7th, a lot is going on. We saw the inauguration of the president of Ghana, which took place today. We're also going to share that conversation after. Yeah, and remember, this is just a short a celebration, but our guest speaker for tonight will be joining us soon, also in 15-20 minutes from now. And we're going to talk about the African diasporas on the continent, and particularly the case study of Ghana is very serious. So we have our brother that will be connecting and reaching out to us from New York. And New York is in the place. Now we have Germany in the house right now. So I can see a lot of people that are watching. Thank you. Oh my God. Look at your favorite auntie. Like you say, yeah, favorite auntie. Auntie Virginie is watching you right now from Stuttgart. And we have so many people are watching and celebrating with us here. Yes, of course. You say happy birthday, Prince. Happy birthday to me. David Henderson is watching. Please just typing where you are watching us from. This is Germany in the house. Make sure Germany at New York is not going to beat you tonight, okay? So yes, we're just sharing the story and how the young people view celebrations in their time, how they connect to the work that we are doing, particularly like a son of the house, and also being a big head of, a big head of the team, of the leadership team on Pan African Daily here. Thank you so very much, AD. You say you're watching us from Spain, Barcelona. Thank you so very much. Dave is watching us from New York. And of course, the New Yorkers are already getting, yeah. And Caleb is watching us from Ohio. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, when you look at the reach of our work from Pan African Daily TV, I mean, from us, the Tatah'S, how, and you look at this connect that we've been able to reach out to our siblings in the Americas, in the Caribbean, and everywhere that they're following us. What do you think?
I mean, it's amazing that we actually are getting connected from all the places on this earth. Like from, as you're already seeing, from New York, also from Barcelona. It just shows how important it is for us to really be united and also just really connect with each other, no matter where we are. Because I mean, at the end, we still come from the same source, and the identity that we're looking for is still the same.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. This is so powerful. No matter where we are, no matter where we are watching or connecting from, we have one identity, and that identity is actually what unites us together. I mean, I don't know. I have to really say this to me. We never celebrated a special event, even your birthdays. Us as a family, we never celebrated special days because we thought, every day is special. Like we never celebrated Christmas, we never had Christmas trees, we never had gifts, and we did that every day. Did you maybe at some time felt like, oh, you wanted to also celebrate like the other kids, or you understood actually the values that we as a parent did actually
No,
play?
actually, I already had it like since from small on, because our focus was a different one, just to like really keep ourselves pushing. And for those type of extra days, it was not like any extra day for us. I mean, that's how we have been growing up. It was always about spending the family time together.
Mhm.
And each day that we have is already a special day in itself. So yeah, I mean, Christmas is like every day for us here. Also, just like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. So at the end, it was nothing like it was something that we're missing up. It was a day we've been spending every day together.
Wonderful. And yeah. So what is your next step now? I know you planning to hang out with your friends? I mean, this is the day that you came, and for us, it's really like the rite of passation for the next generation. Um, like what is next now on your calendar of celebration? Because you throw big parties since 18.
I mean, next week we're going to host also another birthday celebration, which is
Mhm.
also going to be nice. We will be having a lot of people from different countries, different cities in Germany. A lot of my friends, which I'm very happy that I could meet so many people along the way. I'm just hoping that it will continue to grow that much and that we can keep on holding these type of celebrations. So yeah, since I turned 25 and a lot of people already started to call me uncle, it's really time to really just try to capture my youth in it, and also just like yeah, live it up and just have fun together.
Ever since he turned 25, 20 feet today, a lot of people are already calling him uncle. So he already feels some kind of entitlement. Of course, Tumi Tatah is 25 today, like I said. If you look at, and it's exactly how old we are in Germany, because this is our first fruit. Of course, the father is not here tonight with us. And we have two of them, the brother Iya would also be turning 21 in March. And we're also going to sit here in the studio together and do this whole stuff together. So you have your uncles, your aunties, your everyone watching and listening to you. Sister Sonovia is here. All the team of the Pan African Daily TV, everybody that you've always listened to. Your grandfather is also here, Uncle Gara, who is your grandfather from Austria, and the whole entire family. Virginia and the kids are here too. So what do you want to share with them, with this audience?
I mean, I thank you all.
You give a talk over there.
Huh?
Yes. No, I said you have to, you just say your stuff.
Um, I want to thank everybody who is on the show today to like celebrate this day with us. I'm really happy we can really join together and that we have really been hosting the Pan African Daily TV for such a long time that we could really build it. Because I mean, I still remember the times when we were like doing the small videos at the beginning on Facebook, and then how it just really grew to a very big and loving community. So I'm very grateful and also happy to be part of it and also just be directly from the source itself, from the Queen Mother. And yeah, that's just actually most of the part. I'm really just happy to be here. That I hope that we can keep pushing and really build up the platform, and that we can find more days to really celebrate each other and to really just like build stronger bonds together.
Thank you very much. Like we already are saying, you said a lot of people or younger children are already calling you uncle. So when are you truly going to be an uncle? I know the way you, just the look on your face is like, wait, of course. Are you looking forward to, saying, okay, I will be uncle in the next 10 years, the same 15 years?
I don't think anybody is actually looking for that title. It's just something you are being granted to at some certain time. I mean, it's something that's going to be inevitable, but yeah, we're just looking forward and we're just waiting for the moments to come. Really, who knows when the time is right? But as for now, we still have a lot of time actually for that.
You still have a lot of time too.
Yeah.
What was your experience when you went to Cameroon? I mean, like you've been connected to your roots. Like when you were really young, what was your experience? I think there were things that you brought back, and that you want to share that.
I mean, it was a different world actually compared to how we were raised here. Since like we have been here in Germany during that time when I was still 13, and then we spent a year over there in Cameroon with our grandfather. So just like the school system itself was different compared to how it was here, that there were like a lot of more students actually in one class, and also just like from the topics that you have to learn, and also like the amount of it, which was actually also very interesting to see how much we Africans are really like developing and really are building up on our own intellect. And also just the unitedness, also just being out in the farm, really like cultivating also their own crops. And yeah, just let me say, life itself over there is more, in my opinion, more enjoyable because you really spend the days like every day in. You really find time to really celebrate and really sit together and not stress too much about the future. So it's actually it was a quite nice experience and also very important for me to really like develop and also know where I come from, where my origins are, like where my parents, like Queen Mother, have been raised and also brought up, and what it also took for them to also come here and also build a life over here. So it was very great. Or let me say a good experience. I hope to really go back to Cameroon soon, since it's been a long time since we're there. But yeah, I can never, how should I say it? I could never regret ever being there because it's just my country and it's just my home.
Wonderful. I mean, we went to the hills, we went to the mountains, we went to even the places that I grew up like a girl. I mean, like to swimming pools, what you call today swimming pools, we know them as rivers. We went to the farm. You harvested corn, you roasted corn, and you walk over these tiny bridges and had to actually feel when you saw it. You made a statement and like, oh my God, I didn't know that my grandfather is that rich, the kind of compound and the cattle and the farms that he had. At that age, you already saw that. You saw that difference, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like I mean, just the life in itself. That our fruits that we have been cultivating, you can just go and grab it actually from the fruits instead of like it being processed over here in the supermarkets. Just yeah, life is more natural actually and also more easygoing. Just also like the connection between each other, how like with our everyday markets that we have there, where you're also like handling over the price and all that type of stuff. Things which are actually not imaginable like here in Germany, where you have like your fixed things, where you actually just have to like to pay for it without it actually like negotiating on it. So it's also one of the things which I really found interesting and which also like gave me more the way on to where we have to be.
Wonderful. And then there was this incident about the school that you went to, because normally here the school system is structured differently, but in Cameroon or on the continent, you could see that, I mean, you had to put on uniforms, for instance, and that you walk a distance to school. And like you already said, a lot of children in class, but there was something that you said, like this, weeping on the buttocks. And when you came back, you're like, oh, mommy, when I saw the the mulongo, like we call it.
I mean,
Did you ever regret or even had an opinion like, I should not have been? Because like here, every little thing, you cannot even correct a child. They'll always be like, oh, you don't have to beat, you don't have to do this. Of course, it was not that kind of beating like you. What can you share like that kind of a wonderful experience?
I mean, it teaches you to be more disciplined and actually watch the things you do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, That's also some type of way how we also raised up in the house. So it's not like something that was way new in the type of sense. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just like everything, every place has its own systems. And at first, it was kind of difficult or like actually something to really get adjusted to. But as soon as you know how the thing goes and what the things you have to really look out for, then it will have just worked out. Also with the uniforms, also at the beginning, it was like uh, different to not really wear your own clothing, but it also gave you like more the discipline and also to really take care of the things that you have. Because at the end, like at the time when I was in Cameroon, I had like two uniforms. So that means if I didn't care of how it looked and so on, I had like literally really nothing to go and wear to school. So it's always like also important for us then to really like keep ourselves clean and really check out things too, so that at the day comes as we're going like to school and all that type of stuff, that we're actually just ready for it.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Of course, I want to thank all of you that are watching. I always have to come back here to give a shout out to all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, just so many people. Hey, Queen Teresa, Queen Terry's sister, Hotep. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. It's been a wonderful time. This is our first couple on Pan African Daily watching us. I know from where you watching us from, New York, Antigua, Barbuda. Yeah. So thank you so very much, African Global. Thank you. Oh my God, all of you. Thank you. I'm just going to be sharing your messages live here on the screen for Tumi Tatah to see. He's already in the chat. He sees everybody. That's your auntie, Koboko Sauce. When we started Pan African Daily TV, the names that you see today are like, oh, mommy, I know all these names. I know all of them. I hear them in the background. Brother Tumi, is Pan African still guided by the pyramid analysis taught by the great scholar, Dr. Leonard Jeffries? Also, happy birthday. Do you like, is Pan African Daily TV still having this kind of competent scholars that they used to follow? Are they still coming on your show? That's what the brother is asking.
Yeah,
Rosella Fowler.
definitely they'll always be there. I mean, they've been guiding us and also helped us to build the Pan African Daily TV.
Mhm.
So I mean, they're always part of it, and we're always happy to host them and also have them here on the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Like you're really learning a lot. That's something that is very great because they control the cameras in the studio here. They learned from nothing. All of us just learned and we were called on the journey. So he knows most of all these names that we're having here. Brother Parker is here. Everybody's watching you. And we'll be rounding up with this short celebration. We'll be thanking all of you. Happy birthday to me. I'm just putting out everybody that has been here celebrating with you. Sister Agnes
Thank you.
Majola.
Thank you very much.
Masha is also here. I mean, the chat is so full. I can just release the ones that I bring. Who is that? Uncle Brown.
Mhm.
Yes, Uncle Brown is watching and celebrating with you. Say to me that time waits for no one, of course. Thank you. Virginie, I just have to flang your chat for Sister Sonovia. Everybody is here. The family is right here. Yes, we're going to be getting into our own show. I'm just thanking all of you that has joined us to motivate this young man. And he's going to start running his own show to talking to young people. I mean, particularly in terms of finance and management, because to me, is a young man, a banker, of course. And you always talked about investment and stuff like that. Like you thought it would be necessary for you to get this topic going on, particularly for the youth.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, finance is always an important topic because that's the source where everything else generates from, where we need our funding for different things to really build our continent. So I mean, it's always a sector which is very important for us to really know about it and how to go about it.
Wonderful. So when are you looking forward to start your show on investment finance, how the young people should build small black businesses, even just by starting by saving? I mean,
as soon as we have developed the structures and set up the plans, finished, then we'll just start to get it going.
Thank you. Wonderful. Yeah. So we have another teacher also coming up live for youth in terms of finance and management, what he studied, what he's working on. And yeah, thank you so very much. Thank you, everybody. I'm just flipping your messages for the young man, his motivation, his package, his birthday, everything here. Thank you, Prince Tatah. And those watching from Barumbi Kumba City, everybody's right here. So I want to remind us that Brother Asukele, our guest for tonight, is already settled here in the studio. And so thank you for all of you that watched. I just don't want to miss anybody right here, please. That's why I'm pushing up your messages for the young man to see, right? The first auntie that is watching. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, so your last statement before you get out of the studio? But we're taking our guests for tonight.
I'm very happy that I could be here today, not only behind the camera, but like in front of the camera also, which was also like my first time for it. So I want to thank everybody that has been sending out blessings and thanks, and also could celebrate my birthday with me together here. And I just want to say, may you guys stay tuned for the things to come in the future. For 2025 is going to be a new year. We're going to develop new structures, and I'm just happy and glad to be here and be part of your mom.
Thank you so very much to me. Thanks. So you go ahead and celebrate the right way. Okay. Yes. Thank you so very much. We love you too. So what is going to happen? Please, you stay here because I'm going to actually I'm going to reconnect and share another link so that we can have the conversation with our brother. But if he's ready, I think he's already ready. We're just going to continue. We'll only have to celebrate or cut up the two videos so that we keep the other one going. So thank you so very much. Again, like I said, I'm going to reconnect very soon and let our brother in. Thank you very much. I'm ending this stream and we'll be getting back immediately. Stay tuned. You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.